This is what we call an absolute tech and quality header that was not only an outstanding goal, a superb header, but it was also super clutch. Let's talk about the Verge, bro. Anatomy of a G. Let's get it. So, first off, this is what we call a battle. And I think if you look at Van Dijk, he's scored some amazing headers. And he's always a huge threat, obviously, from corners. But maybe I'm wrong. Liverpool fans, maybe you need to tell me this and everything, man. But I would argue, just looking at this goal again, and just looking at just like the quality of the goal. Just forget how clutch it was, just based off the quality of the goal in terms of just the technicalities of the header and just how important it was. This might be one of his best goals. It might generally be one of his best goals. So, if let's get in here right now. What are we doing? Yeah, let's pick it up. So, this is the main area we have here. So obviously that is Van Dijk, and that is a Lenormand. And whenever there are these corners, it's a hustle. People are pushing, people are pulling, people are pushing, people guys away. But what is very key about this goal is the degree of difficulty. Because when you look at the state of Van Dijk, when he actually headers the ball and you're looking at just how much Lenormand is actually pulling his shit and just how difficult Lenormand is making it for Van Dijk, it actually makes it even much more impressive. So you can see here, it's all a hustle. It's all a hustle, guys are trying to say what's up. So, as you can see, again, this is Van Dijk there, both of them. So what Van Dijk is trying to do is, okay, he's hustling me, and I think it's Schopenschlag that's about to take the corner. So if you're like a defender, or you're like the defender in a corner and you're trying to attack, you're towards attack, you want to try and go either round here or round here. So what you want to do, and what defenders normally are able to do, is like at the very last second, if the referee's not looking, because there's so much happening, you're able just to shove away the guy that's defending you to pretty much free yourself, which is why you see like in some goals, the keeper will be angry because they're like, bro, no, you're supposed to hold on to the defender. Lenormand actually defends this the best that he can, because at no point does Lenormand let go of Van Dijk. So Lenormand actually does the best job, because Lenormand knows that if I give him a free header, we're screwed. It's two to hold him. So Lenormand is like, I'm going to take the risk. And the risk is I am going to hold on to his shirts and just hopefully that, because there's just so much happening around here, there won't be anything. Because if you look at it, obviously, if you're Van Dijk, you're trying to aim for that cheddar right there. That's the cheddar. You're trying to hopefully aim for that cheddar over it. You see, I mean, we'll see. But if you're Van Dijk, you're knowing that really, it's the thing to do is round here or up here. But with how much Lenormand is holding him, it's difficult. But let's just keep moving. Hold on, let me move to yellow. There we go. All right. So he's actually free. Free at last. So he's actually free. So at this point, if the corner was able to come through, Van Dijk actually has a very free header. So again, this is what Van Dijk wanted. What Van Dijk wanted is, let me just gain some separation from Lenormand and actually free myself to head of the ball. But as we see, Lenormand actually does a very good job. Because Lenormand, because you see, normally if this was, let's say, Llorente, or it was Griezmann, or it was basically, let's say it was Llorente. If this was Llorente or it was Koke, Van Dijk would be free, because those guys are not actual defenders and they would not have like the kind of power or the strength to really be able to hold on to Van Dijk. But as you can see, at this moment he's free. But Lenormand is like, nah, bro, I'm going to make it even much more difficult for you. So as you can see here, Lenormand is with him now. And I'll probably show you a close-up picture. Lindemann is actually pulling. You can actually see Lindemann pulling Van Dijk's shirt, making it very difficult. Because Lindemann knows that unless it's a huge, because you've got to be like street smart. So he knows that, look, I've been here before and everything, and I know that it's going to require a lot for the referee to see me doing something that's a foul. So really, it's a gamble. Because I've seen moments where, like I remember like in the Ultra World Cup, where they gave a penalty to Ireland against Germany, for hustling in the box. I think it was Niall Quinn, and then Robbie Keane scored. So Leonard Mann is like, no, he's doing a good job. So, no, this is Van Dijk. I know how good he is at heading the ball and how good he is from corners. I am going to keep a hold of him as much as possible. And he knows that with Van Dijk, it's a hustle. So all that Norman knows is, let me just hold on to him as much as possible. And Van Dijk is like, damn it. Because this is not what Van Dijk wants. What Van Dijk wants is freedom to be able to jump as high as he can with no pushback from anybody to pretty much give him the best chance to get a good quality connection with the head of the ball to head it into the goal against one of the best keepers in the world. So the degree of difficulty is hard. So if you look at that, look at how difficult this is. That's not hard. Sorry, that is hard. Because because Lenormand is right there. That is Lenormand. So he literally has a defender still pulling him, still next to him, jumping with him. So this is not a free header. So the fact that this is not a free header and he's still able to generate enough power, because you can see like that, he hits it. He makes a beautiful connection there. But to still make that connection while still being hustled by a very aggressive, thug-like Lenormand is difficult. So, okay, yeah, I think, and obviously he puts the goal in there. So look at that. That's the key one there. Beautiful. Guys, that's hard. Bro, that is not a free header. So the beauty of that is, first of all, winning the header against Lenormand, hustling him. The direction. And as you can see, what do they always say about headers? And what is on what they tell you, this, you learn this from school. Head the ball down. You use all the strength of your neck and you head the ball right down. And you can see from Van Dijk, he's just using his strength to head the ball right down, because it's hard to generate power if you're heading it up like that. It's hard. And also for a keeper, what does the keeper not want? The ball down. Ball going up, ball going down low, because it's a lot easier to save up than to save down. So, but again, why this is so impressive is Lenormand is right there, making it super difficult. It's not a free header. Lenormand is hustling him. Lenormand is jumping with him. So to still be able to generate that much power, that much technique, and get such great connection. Look at that. That's the ball over there. The ball is right there. To get such great connection with the ball, to put it in there, is freaking outstanding. It's freaking outstanding. Hence why this, I believe, when you just analyze this is one of Van Dijk's best goals. So, because look, bro, look at his shirt. Let's see, look at his shirt. He's like, Lenormand is literally has almost ripped his shirt open. So you just look at just how difficult it is for Van Dijk. So the fact that Van Dijk was able just to hustle and his determination as captain and as leader to be like, it doesn't matter what, I am getting a connection on that ball, and that ball is going right into that net, is super impressive. And look at how high he jumps. See, obviously that's the ball there, but you can just see how high he's able to jump, knowing that, boom, all I need is just the connection right there, because that's the sweet spot. He knows that as long as I can just make a good connection and head the ball down, it's easy money. And as you can see, easy money. No, it's easy money for the connection, but still, I just feel that Lenormand did the best that he could. This was not a free header. This was not an easy header. And Lenormand made it as difficult as he possibly could for Van Dijk. And the fact that Lenormand did everything he could to defend him and Van Dijk was still able just to get such a good connection through so much traffic and against one of the best keepers in the world to generate this much power under the duress from Lenormand and to generate it in quality, amazing header from the captain and leader Van Dijk, showing that Liverpool, they have what is very important, that's GID element, which is very key for Premier League champions and maybe even UCL champions. It's real. So right now, stats is the main thing.
Yeah, but
Nobody watches any. These scouts don't watch this
Because
game.
there's more money in
No, hold up. So this is your boy Bill. He literally, that's the key word. He has to just fling himself. To watch the rest of this vid, think about becoming a Football Hut member. If you're a desktop merchant, just click on the join button below, over here. Or if you're a mobile phone merchant, just click on the join button below the video over here and join the true elite content crack addicts. Peace.